Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Radha Vallabha Sri Radhe Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Prala Narsimhadev, Prala Narsimhadev, Prala Narsimhadev, Prala Narsimhadev. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. श्री श्री गौरीताय की, श्री श्री राधल भगवान की, श्री 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 जगन्नाथ बल सुभद्रमय की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रमंदे. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Śrīmad Bhāgavatam class. So today we are reading from Canto 8, chapter 22, verse number 5. Of course, this verse is about explains how Lord is the greatest well-wisher and also the supreme teacher, the supreme master. So these two are the key important points from this today's verse. And we will discuss how Lord is the supreme well-wisher and how he is supreme teacher as explained by Bali Maharaj. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Again, so we are reading Canto 8, chapter 22. The title of chapter is Bali Maharaj surrenders his life. Text 5, that verse 5. Tam nunam asuranam naha. Tam nunam asuranam naha. Pratoksha paramo guru. Pratoksha paramo guru. Yono aneka madanam andanam. Yono aneka mada andanam. Vibramsyam chakshur adisat. Vibramsyam chakshur adisat. Tam nunam asuranam naha. Pratokshaha paramo guru. Yono aneka mada andanam. Vibramsam chakshur adisat. Tam nunan asuranam naha. Pratokshaha paramo guru. Yono aneka mada andanam. Vibramsam chakshur adisat. Tam nunam asuranam naha. Pratokshaha paramo guruha. Yono aneka mada andanam. Vibrasam chakshur adisat. Prabhus. Tam nunam asuranam naha. Mataji. Tamnunam asuranam naha. Putokshaha paramo guru. What translation? Tam, your lordship. Nunam, indeed. Asuranam, of the demons. Na, as we are. Pratokshaha, indirect. Paramaha, the supreme. Guruha, spiritual master. Ya, your lordship. Na, of us. Aneka, many. Mada andanam, blinded by material opulences. Ibraham Sam, destroying our false prestige. Chakshuha, the eye of knowledge. Adisat, gave. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki. Since your lordship is indirectly the greatest well-wisher of us demons, you act for our best welfare by posing as if our enemy. Because demons like us always aspire for a position of false prestige. By chastising us, you gave us the eyes by which to see the right path. Purport: Bali Maharaj considered the Supreme Personality of Godhead a better friend to the demons than the demigods. In the material world, the more one gets, more possessions, the more he becomes blind to spiritual life. The demigods are devotees of the Lord for the sake of material possessions. But although the demons apparently do not have the Supreme Personality of Godhead on their side, he always acts as their well-wisher by depriving them of their positions of false prestige. By false prestige, one is misguided. So the Supreme Lord takes away their positions of for prestige as a special favor. Om Ajnana-trimindasya Jnananjaya-salakaya Chaksurilmitamena Tasme Sri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Ishtupadaya Krishnapadaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswadevi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachata Desha Tarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So this is a verse by Bali Maharaj. So we have some of the devotees who are new. Just to set a context very briefly. So as you all know, Bali Maharaj took over heavenly kingdom without even fight. So that was possible due to his serving Brahmanas and his gurus with faith, with reverence, with bhakti also. By their blessing, he became very effulgent, very powerful. Then went to heavenly planet, took over the planet very easily. Of course, once you become a king of heavenly planet, you establish that rule and supremacy by conducting Aswamedha Yajna. So Bali Maharaj did on the bank of Narmada river. So at that time, of course there is a lot of other things happened. So Lord appeared as son of Mother Aditi. So as a dwarf Brahmana. So then he took his journey towards where this Aswamedha Yajna is happening. So he was a 5-year-old Brahmana, very effulgent, very beautiful. In fact, on the cover we can see how beautiful he looks. As a small boy, 5-year-old, very beautiful. And on top of it holding kamandalo, deer skin, and then various gifts given by various devatas. So very beautifully he went to the place where this Aswamedha Yajna is taking place. So there obviously Bali Maharaj got attracted. When you are conducting yajna, when you have a small boy Brahmana coming in, very beautiful, effulgent, obviously you get attracted. So therefore Bali Maharaj also got attracted. Then gave him a seat and did worship. Then requested him, how can I serve you? Please tell me what kind of charity I offer you. When Brahmana comes to Yajna Kunda, Yajna place, so obviously we need to honor, we need to present some gifts. So therefore requested, rather than he saying, take this gift and go home. No, so he said, please tell me what gift I can offer you. And we know Lord has asked for only, please give me 3 steps of land. Of course, whose steps? He says, my step. That is Vamandev. So I am just satisfied with 3 steps of the land that you can offer me as a charity or a gift. Of course, at that time, Bali Maharaj said, you are a small boy, not intelligent enough. You don't know whatever is self-interest. Please ask more. If someone asks, just give me a glass of water, I am satisfied. But when we can offer him a nectar, he can live eternally. Or offer him a planet if necessary. So because Bali Maharaj was he was processing entire universe, basically ruling entire universe. So therefore he considered entire universe belonged to him. So when someone asks you just 3 steps, so because he was speaking so sweet word, so Bali Maharaj was so much attracted and he said, please ask more. Ask for a kingdom if you like. Ask for an island if you like. But what was the response from Lord? He said, one who is not satisfied by 3 steps of land, 3 paces of land, so he cannot be happy even if you give him the entire universe or multiple universes. So now these points are very important for us to understand. So this was the conversation between Vamadev and Bali Maharaj. So then of course Bali Maharaj said, okay, no problem. So since you don't want anything more than 3 steps, so be it. So he offered him. Then we all know that the previous chapter, the Lord covered the entire universe simply by 2 steps. So how? So he expanded himself, expanded. In the first step he is standing and expanded, covered all the skies and so many things. Then in next step, he put his lotus leg like this up and touched the Brahmaloka also. That means all the planets on the way up to Brahmaloka. So therefore, whatever materially this Bali Maharaj was processing as a property, everything is covered in 2 steps. Then of course, now comes this 3rd step. Where does he going to put? Lord asked, oh Bali Maharaj, you promised me 2-3 steps. But I have covered all your property in 2 steps only. Now please tell me where to put the 3rd step. So the chapter clearly says, Bali Maharaj surrenders his life. So in one of the verse he says, so I am not going to cheat you. I am very serious about my commitment, that my offering, the charity that I offered you. So therefore, if you think I have not fulfilled your promise, please put your 3rd step on my head. So that is how he surrendered his life. So we think, our life is this body, correct? Say this life is gone, means what? The person is either dead or, his life, his body become useless, no more useful. So here he is surrendering. So clearly Prabhupada in the purport says, one who possesses wealth, he must be greater than the wealth. Suppose you have, let's say, $1 million in the bank balance and also maybe nice house in Australia, especially in Victoria, especially in Albert Park, correct? So maybe something like 700 square meter. So obviously you are like a multi-millionaire. If you have a 7 square meter land, you can sell it for easily 10 million. Okay? So very opulent position. But the person who owns it, more than that property, because the property can go away, may be lost, become bankrupt, but this person again can acquire again if necessary. So therefore, obviously, Bali Maharaj realized that he still owns something. What is something? This body. Okay, oh Lord, I will offer my body. Please put your 3rd step on my head. So this has obviously pleased Supreme Lord a lot. So then he started offering prayer to Lord. Oh Lord, so you are like a mother, like a father, so you take care of us by sometimes punishing. So this was the verse yesterday very nicely discussed by Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So very beautifully has given many examples of how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has punished apparently some of the devotees, but for what purpose? For their own favor. So that was the benediction. So Lord punishment is a benediction. Lord gift is also a benediction. Having darshan of Lord is a benediction. Anything we get from Lord is a benediction. Ultimately we are getting everything from Lord only. So this body belongs to Lord. Soul belongs to Him. Correct? This water belongs to Him. The steel, the glass belong to Him because it's coming from earth. Earth belongs to Him. All other planets belong to Him. Sky belongs to Him. The air belongs to Him. Sun belongs to Him. Everybody is working as a representative of Supreme Lord. And of course He created all this facility for our enjoyment. We all know that we are in Vaikuntha Loka, decide to enjoy separately. Instead of enjoying with Supreme Lord Krishna, we want to enjoy separately. So He said as a well-wishing father, so He said, okay, no problem, I have created one more world for you, go and enjoy. And He has created sufficiently. Of course, with some misery also. Otherwise, if it is all very good, perfect all the time, we will be permanent resident of this universe. Correct? Don't want to go back anywhere. So some of these miseries are there. telling us, this is not your permanent place, come back to home. Sometimes more misery, sometimes less misery. But there are some elevated personalities, they don't have to go through explicit misery, but they have already realized and they want to go back through that knowledge. And of course, knowledge also Supreme Guru. So Krishna comes as a Supreme Guru or his representative. So we'll discuss this verse more in depth. So we'll go through each of these words in depth. So, Tam. So here Bali Maharaj is saying, Tam, your lordship. Obviously referring to Lord Vamandev. And then it says, Paramo Guru. In the next line, Paramo Guru. You are Parama Guru. Parama means supreme. Guru can be spiritual master, can be teacher, correct? One who is guiding us in a right path. Sometimes we may have gurus who can guide us in a wrong path also. Therefore, we should also be smart enough, intelligent enough, know the scriptures so that we can choose the right guru. Correct? So many of you are having spiritual masters, and I'm sure many of you have done a lot of research about who is the best guru for me. So based on our mentality, somehow we have certain idea and we want certain type of guru. But of course, once we progress on the path of bhakti, at that time, then we realize that actually there is no distinction between various authorized gurus coming through parampara. But in the beginning, we distinguish. Correct? So we feel great. My guru is born in Chicago. He is the most famous in ISKCON. We think like that. But as we progress, now we become humble. Every guru is potent because they are blessed by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada disciples. Correct? In the beginning, it will feel like that. Maybe my guru has 5,000 disciples, whereas the other guru has only 5. So 5,000 better. I'll become 5,001 disciple. So that is all in the beginning. But as we progress, we become, start realizing that distinction is actually material. Just a number. Correct? You don't want to have 5,000 gurus. You can have only 5,000 disciples. You can have only one disciple. So who can make all the difference? Guru Parampara, Gaura Kishore Das Goswami Maharaj, he had only one disciple. That too disciple has to prove his worth to take such a guru. Only one disciple. One loin-like disciple is better than many mouse-like disciples. Correct? We also say one loin-like son is better than thousands of sons who are like a mouse, very fearful, not courageous, can't do anything useful. But the loin, so everybody can respect like a king. So very powerful. And the same thing applies to everywhere. So having for example, 10 gram of gold is better than having 20 glasses. Correct? You might have 1 quintal of 100 kg of iron versus small block of a gold, which is most valuable. The gold is valuable because it is not heavy, it doesn't occupy the space, but it is small but most valuable. So this is a very important lesson for us, that we have to have such a guru. And of course, who is such a guru? Param Guru. Krishna is the Param Guru. So he is the ultimate guru. He is the guru of all the gurus. He is the deva of all the devas. He is the Deva Deva Jagannatha. And he is the well-wisher. This is what it says. Guru is the well-wisher. So, and of course, he is the one source of all knowledge. And of course, the source of the best knowledge. So this is what really Guru is. Of course, Guru comes, Krishna comes himself as Guru. He has appeared several times himself directly to inspire us, to call us to go back to spiritual world. So why he said, why you want to stay in this place of misery? Misery means place of old age, place of the disease, then of course death. Janma, Mritu, Jara, Vyadhi. Even if you gender consider very auspicious, very glorious, no problem. Then comes Janma, Mritu, Jara, Vyadhi. all the diseases, jara, old age. Of course, old age, we all know. Old age means all the troubles because our energy level also weakened, correct? So we are not as strong as other devotees. For example, young devotees, they can jump, sometimes they can touch the roof. But whereas we can't jump as you age 50, 55, 60. Some maybe, if they have special mercy from the Guru like Prabhu, correct? Prabhu is already, I believe, 60 plus, but he's jumping. He can jump higher than many of the kids and the young brahmacharis, correct? So those are exceptions are always there. So by the blessing from the Guru. So Guru blessing is as good as blessing from the Lord. So then of course Guru can come prataksha. So this is what so Krishna can come prataksha or paroksha, indirectly. So in this world we say about indirectly. Paroksha, Param Guru. So paroksha. Or of course in Bible we say, okay, Lord can come as his son, like Jesus Christ. Of course like representative, like Prabhupada. And then of course if none of them possible, then he can come in the form of book through his instruction. So we respect Bhagavad Gita, the book, the scripture, the words containing Lord spoken words are as if they are Supreme Lord. So much of honor. If you present this book to someone who is spiritually inclined, the moment you present to him or her, so they touch it to their head. Correct? That means they are paying obeisance to the literature, literary incarnation. For Kali Yuga, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is the literary incarnation. So only through this we can gain access. And of course there are many devotees. So sometime, even in place like China, where it may be very difficult to representative to go openly and preach. So how are these people became devotees? They became devotees simply somehow they happened to get a book, read themselves, then start knowing more about the background. What is all this about this book? Who wrote it? Do they have some kind of association or a society where we can also connect? I am personally aware of a number of devotees, Matajis and Prabhus in China. So they all have become devotees simply by reading Bhagavad Gita. Sometime just to enjoy, they go to Hong Kong. And there somebody gives them a book. And then some fortunate one takes that book back to the mainland and read it there and then slowly get connected. Now they all are initiated devotees and then somehow practicing in spite of challenges they encounter. So you can see the books are very powerful. So then of course in Bhagavad Gita, Lord also explained. So here we see Param Guru. Param Guru is a well-wisher. So he is a well-wisher of everyone. Whether you are a person is a divine or a demonic. For whoever is the person, he is a well-wisher of everybody. Whether you worship him, whether you express your gratitude to the Lord, still, so he is taking care of us by supplying oxygen. We are not paying for oxygen. Correct? During that COVID time, if you are not able to breathe, you have to take temporary oxygen. So at that time, many people have realized that you have to pay so much of money for this oxygen. And they realize that last 60 years I have been enjoying this oxygen freely. Who gave this? Then they start becoming little bit spiritual persons. So that is one of the greatest thing about this COVID. Eko Mahanaguna. We say just like Kali Yuga is full of troubles, hypocrisy. But Eko Mahaguna, there is one good thing about it. That simply by chanting you can achieve the same thing that others have achieved by doing big yajna, big meditation. Similarly, this COVID, in spite of troubles, that period of 2-3 years, in spite of troubles, but one Mahaguna was that some of those who realized that how they were getting so many free things, just free oxygen, and they have become, at least following Jesus Christ, correct? Following teachings in Bible. That is as good as following teachings in Bhagavad Gita, correct? So we are following, worshipping God by following teaching of Bhagavad Gita. So others are worshipping Lord by following teachings of Bible. No problem, both are same. Ultimately, goal is to worship Lord, connect with Lord, pay our respect, express gratitude. So this way we connected with Lord. Then we make our mind more divine. We become nice people. Then of course, at the end of life, so if you have that consciousness very purified, then in next life, we go back to spiritual world. Rather than sleeping in the ground. We say rest in peace, people generally say. RIP, rest in peace. Where rest in peace? In the graveyard. You are not there, only our bones left there. Correct? So whatever flesh is there eaten by worms. Then maybe bones left. But that is not the real. Real is real identification. So we go back to the spiritual world. So the Lord has explained this in Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. Sudram Sarvabhutanam. So this is the famous verse. Bhoktaram Tapashyam Sarvaloka Maheswaram. Sudram Sarvabhutanam Jnanatvam Shantim Racheti. Jnana. So here, Jnana who gives? Param Guru gives grammar. And that Param Guru is the Sudram Sarvabhutanam. He is the well-wisher of all the living entities. Sarva, all. Bhutanam, all those who are residing in this condition, who are in a conditioned mindset. So he is a guru. So he is guru for devotees, he is a guru for non-devotees also. And this verse talks about Bali Maharaj saying that Pratoksha Parama Guru. Oh Lord, you are the Pratoksha. Either direct or indirect. So in this case, Pratoksha Parama Guru. So, and he is saying that of course, you have appeared indirectly as Param Guru. That means you may look like enemy. So, and as an enemy, but you are well-wisher of all us, all the demons. And if you go through scriptures and you will see how Lord was well-wisher of so many demons. And simply by when they fight with him, of course when there is a fight between two persons, what happens? One of them will win. The person who lost, finished. Correct? So they are killed. So this is what happened. So in, for example, Hiranyaksha wanted to fight. He was always itching for fighting, picking up a fight with everybody. But everybody said, no, we are not strong enough to fight with you. You are such a great warrior. If you want to fight, go and fight with that, Lord Vishnu. So obviously in the fight that ensued between Lord Varadev as Lord Vishnu as Varadev and then Hiranyaksha. So obviously Varadev became victorious. That means this Hiranyaksha is killed. The same thing even in Hiranyakashipu case. But after they die, what did they achieve? They all achieve liberation. Many of them directly go back to Vaikuntha Loka. You see? So what to speak of devotees who are fully dedicated to Supreme Lord service. So therefore their life is assured. They don't have to think about that. Correct? Even the demons, as in enmity, they think about Lord. They fight with Lord. And after they give up life, they are going back. They are achieving liberation. So may not be the best possible, but they are achieving liberation. So that is what happened to Hiranyakashipu also. Hiranyakashipu fought with Narasimhadev. So they were a greatest personality, very powerful, ruling the universe. But they achieved that. Then of course Ravana also achieved similarly. Then Kamsa, with Krishna he fought. He achieved liberation. Even the Shishupal. So in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, there was a question by Maharaj Yudhishthira. He is asking Narada Muni, how is this so much inimical personality like Shishupal achieved? Please tell me about them. And that is how the last 2-3 cantos are actually answered to. Answer to the question posed by Yudhishthira Maharaj. Correct? Yudhishthira Maharaj is the one who asked that question. And if you go back, go back to previous, like this verse, then you go back another 2-3 cantos, that is where the source is. It's all question answer. So that was the question. He was very surprised that even inimical personalities are achieving liberation. How is that? What kind of pious activity they did in their previous life to achieve such a status? The people are performing mystic yoga in Himalayas. Himalayas mystic yoga means what? there is no air-conditioned room, there is no Vyasasana like this. You may have to sit down on the block of ice. Imagine a block of ice is given on which you sit down. Will it be warm? It is cold, minus at least 0 degree. Sit down there. Concentrate your mind. Concentrate fully. Then start meditating on Lord. Then no one to give you glass of water. At least you are very fortunate. Prabhus will bring and give not only water but warm water. Correct? So this is how glorious, thanks to Prabhupada. Correct? Prabhupada said, don't worry, you don't have to go to Himalayas and do those tapas. I will build a nice temple for you. And did, correct? Nice temple. And if it is very hot, air condition available. And then of course you feel thirsty, Prabhus are giving. Not only that, they are also giving garland. In Himalayas, there is no one to garland you. So you just have to survive. Whatever little cloth initially you had, that also gone. Correct? So much of difficulty. But whereas here, even not performing any of those mystic yoga, being anemical also they achieve liberation. Then of course coming to in the place Narmada where their Ashwamedha was conducted, when the Lord appeared, not only Bali Maharaj has attracted, even the family members of Bali Maharaj have attracted. For example, the sister of Bali Maharaj, she got attracted so much and developed motherly affection. Who is that? Ratnamala. And this Ratnamala is the one whom we know as Putana. She was the younger sister of Bali Maharaj. And she got so much attracted. When small young boy comes up, you attract, oh, how nice. If I have a son like this. If you are a woman, oh, she's very beautiful. I want to have this person as my son. So that was the affection she showed. So much affection by members. And also the wife of Bali Maharaj also showed so much affection. Later you will hear how beautifully she is praising the Supreme Lord. So this Ratnamala, expressed so much of affection. But when Supreme Lord took away all material possession with 2 steps, that time she became angry. So what was motherly affection turned into hatred. Oh, this Vamadev took away all the property. Because sister will think, if my brother is lost, become a beggar, poor, nothing is there, bankrupted, what will happen to me? Correct? She is a younger sister, unmarried. So who will take care of me? Correct? Sometimes people cry not because you are dead. They cry because after death, who will take care of them? We all know that. Correct? Initially they express, but ultimately they are worried about their own security. So she expressed hatred. But Supreme Lord actually blessed her when she expressed motherly affection, because Supreme Lord is in the heart of everybody. He knows our desires. He says, okay, no problem. You will be my mother one day. When she expressed that hatred, yes, one day you will come to try to kill me. Correct? So both are, Lord has granted her. So our desire, that's what we say. Man proposes, God disposes. So whatever you are desiring, those are granted. May not be today. Don't expect, okay, today I am desiring to be a millionaire. Today I am desiring to become famous. Today I am desiring to become well-versed in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. No, not today. You desired, then so slowly the desire will fructify into seed, and then it will grow. Then one day it will become a fruit. So our desire is very important. And if you can desire like Devas, where I want to serve Lord, and I want to engage myself in Supreme Lord. I want to use this my body in serving Lord. I want to use my ability to speak for the glorification of Supreme Lord. Or at least chant Hare Krishna mantra. Even if I don't have ability to speak nicely, there's no problem. You can just chant yourself. You become a role model. Simply by chanting continuously, you become a role model for the entire congregation. Some of them will get inspired by you. That's what Haridas Thakur did. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made him as a Namacharya Haridas Thakur, teacher of holy name. If you want to chant holy name, go and learn from Haridas Thakur. And he can tell the glory of chanting holy name. So how this holy name will award you whatever wealth you are looking for. How this holy name will award you whatever happiness you are looking for. We are looking for some happiness. We are looking for some fame. Correct? Fame also will come. If you are very the greatest chanter, so many people, initially maybe nobody comes to you. But as you start chanting continuously, your glory will increase. The potency will increase. Because you are chanting so much, associating so much Krishna by chanting. And we say in Kali Yuga is even more great. Even if you are an unknown person in village, go and sit down on one of the stone in the village. Or just in the village there are lots of temple. At least one there will be a Hanuman temple. Simply just go there, sit down in Hanuman temple, start chanting. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. So in India, many places they start with Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Right? Instead of Hare Krishna, okay, Hare Rama. No problem, Hare Krishna. You chant. Once you start chanting, slowly your glory will increase in the village. You don't have to work for food. Some people will come and offer. Because they brought a bhoga to offer it to Hanuman. After offering, they will give it to you. Then if you don't have a home, they will build home also for you. Initially. And then if you want a bit more, they will give bit also. So therefore, the power of chanting. As you start chanting, we acquire all the qualities of Supreme Lord. Chanting, we say in Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga Nama Rupa Krishnavatara. So Krishna has come in the form of holy name, and by chanting more and more, we are associated with Krishna. Through association, we will get all the qualities, all the capability that Krishna has will come to us. Just like, simple, you take a magnet, take an iron, you rub them together, what will happen? That iron will become acquire the qualities of magnet. Similarly, the powerful qualities. Because iron is inferior compared to the magnet. So therefore, the transfer. Similarly, Supreme Lord is the unlimited fame, unlimited energy, unlimited wealth, unlimited knowledge, unlimited renounced. All unlimited he has got. And because you are constantly chanting, you get all those. Therefore, people ask you, oh Maharaj, my goat is missing last 5 days. Please tell me where it is. He will just think, don't go, he said, there. Surdas. You all heard about Surdas? Yeah, Surdas was one of the great devotees of Lord Krishna. And he was a blind. And so he was not treated well when he was a child. But one day he realized, okay, this house, nobody will care me. He left the house, went there, somehow he started, meditating on Krishna, worshipping Krishna in the mind. Then slowly acquired third eye, not physically, but the divine eye. So divine eye, he can see what is there, which we can't see through our eye. Correct? We can't see anything outside the door, outside the wall. Even we can't see without our spec. If I just open and see, I can't see that clearly, Gaurnitai. So we need help of the spec. Correct? But you can see, but the divinity, they can see. We have many examples also. I mentioned about Gaurakishore Goswami Maharaj. So Gaurakishore Das Goswami Maharaj can see what is happening in Vrindavan, even though he was in Mayapur, far away in the Bengal, and he can see what is happening in the Vrindavan. So we heard, in the writings, Prabhupada written, saying that, so once a goat went and started eating tulsi leaves. And Gaurakishore Maharaj sitting there, he says, hut. And the goat went away. Everybody surprised. What is happening? Some sound came. Then what? Then he learned that it is corroborated with the divine vision of Gaurakishore Maharaj. You can see. So if you are doing, of course, these divine personalities, they don't use anything for their glorification. In case if they acquire some siddhis, those siddhis are, whenever necessary, used in the service of God. Nothing else. Sometimes people perform lots of asasiddhi, and so they may just use that for glorifying themselves, building some big building for themselves, acquiring material possession. So those are not pure devotees with material desire. They did some siddhi, they did prayer, they did some yajna, they did austerity. but they acquire material qualities. Such personalities are there. But anyway, Lord will give you, doesn't matter. Because you performed, you think about Lord, you chanting His holy name, so therefore you acquire all those. So you can see here, so this Ratnamala expressed that desire in her next, when Lord appeared as a Krishna at that time. So this person appeared as a demon Putana. And this Putana, of course, under from the order, received order from Kamsa. Correct? Kamsa said, okay, Putana, go and find out some of the babies in those Gokul area, kill them. Because Kamsa doesn't know who is Krishna. There are so many babies are there. Correct? So therefore you just kill. So she thought, okay, no problem. I have got ability to change my body. Even though she is like demonic, she can become most beautiful. Look like a more beautiful. So she assumed that form, then applied some poison to her breast, and then went to the house of Nanda Maharaj. So she went very beautifully, very nicely. All the villagers are actually, some of those fellows, spend their time sitting on some steps here and there. They saw, who is this beautiful heavenly lady coming in? Some of them fell down also, some of them. Watching. Anyway, she went to the house of Nanda Maharaj. Yashoda mother, she trusted her. Okay, when some beautiful person come, you take your baby and put it in her lap. So there he started feeding, and you know that. So Krishna has sucked her life air. Then after that, after she died, he awarded her position of a nurse in Goloka Vrindavan as maid servant of Yashoda Mata. You see? So the desire to serve Lord, enigmatically or with love, both are awarded. Ultimately, you achieve liberation. So you can see, Lord is so much a guru. Seems like an enemy, but is such a well-wisher. So of course in Bali Maharaj's case we know, as we discussed, Bali Maharaj thought, oh, you are a mere small boy, you don't know worldly matter. Ask more. Ask for some maid servants, ask for more land. If you like, ask for an island, Australian island, correct? You will be owner of whole Australia. Why you want just 3 steps? Correct? So he was thinking like that. But of course, Lord can award you greatest mercy. So you can see. So these all are happening. So next, of course we saw, so here, Nunan Asuram. So indeed, so we have false stage, we are Asuras. So even for us, you are showing us a mercy as Paramaguru, as spiritual master. To world it looked like an enemy. Oh, this Vamandev took over all the property of Bali Maharaj. That is how even the Ratnamala, the sister thought, oh, who this boy came and took over. Then initially as a expressed so much affection, next hatred. So in the Lord, of course, this demonic nature, demonic qualities. So they are full of, Mada and Anda. And Anda means blind. So here, so may not be physically blind. Eyes are there, but sometimes we say in Kannada, Kanniddu Kurudaru. Even though they have eyes, they can physically see, but they are actually blinded. Blinded by what? Blinded by ignorance. So having an eye means nothing. So we should really have an eye that can see the truth. So that is very important. Otherwise, we will be filled with Mada and Danam. Mada, pride. So this Mada is one of the 4 Arishat Vargas. Others are Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. So Matsarya. So all this Matsarya is like jealousy. So these are actually our enemies. So these 6 Arishat Vargas are actually our enemies. And they somehow stay in our mind, in our head. Like enemies, residents, without paying any rent to us. Correct? this kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsara in your mind, they are not paying any rent, freely staying in our mind. What are they doing? Giving us so much of trouble. Correct? So somehow we need to get rid of those enemies. So here he is saying that Mada Andanam. So Bali Maharaj is saying that we are demons. We are Mada Andanam, filled with pride and blind. And therefore you, Param Guru, as a well-wisher, you have come to give us right direction. If you want to know more about, for example, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord tells many things. So so here, not only Madandana, but Aneka Madandanam. That is the word Aneka. Aneka means many, means unlimited, Mada. Unlimited false prestige, thinking that I am the greatest person on this earth. Correct? Those who are demanding, that's how they think. They think that, I am wealthy today. Then of course, according to my schemes, I will acquire even more. That is like a Manaratham. Mana means mind, Ratham, desires. I have many desires, many schemes, many ideas. And using those ideas, I will acquire more. So this way my property will increase in the future. Sometimes you say, okay, I want Greenland. I want Canada. Preferably I want Australia as a 52nd state. And you are hearing, you read newspaper. Some personalities are saying. And they are calling them, hey, Prime Minister, that Greenland belongs to me. He says, no, this is part of our country. So this is very, very important. Unless we are somehow divine consciousness fully, we will simply threat everybody. How long you will threat? Temporary position, temporary body. Correct? See, you may be when you are young, very energetic, that time you try to act like a bully to everybody. One day you will also become old. So that time you will have to pay the price. That time when you become weak, people can give you trouble. So therefore, we should not be developing. We have to change our consciousness from that this demonic thinking to divine thinking. So these all are very nicely, explained in Bhagavatam. Aneka Andanam. So much of illusion. So sometimes we say, I am so powerful, I am so happy today. No one is happier than me. Like that, in a mother, we think. Correct? Of course, the ultimate happiest. Satchid Ananda. Ultimate Ananda is Krishna, the most happiest person in the ever existence. So, but we think we are happier than Krishna. That is one in the demonic thinking. Sometimes we think, I will give some charity. I'll perform some sacrifices. Also only. Show up, just to show prestige. So there are people who perform even the yajna, just to show prestige, how glorious they are. So like this demonic thing, this is all by ignorance, deluded by ajnana. So ajnana is very, very danger. So that is why, so here in the verse, he says, Vibramsan. Vibramsan means destroying the false prestige. Who can destroy the false prestige? Guru. So in this case, the false prestige that Bali Maharaj had, what was his false prestige? You were thinking, I am the owner of this whole universe. I can give him these 3 steps very easily. I can give him if you want island. But Lord has shown him that false prestige, that I am owner of this, I can give him 3 steps very easily. But just by 2 steps he covered everything. So that is how Lord has broken false prestige of Bali Maharaj. So this is the mercy of Lord. Prabhupada is concluding, saying that Supreme Lord takes away their position of false prestige as a special favor. Of course, when Lord offers special favor to devotee, so if for devotee he may make a richest person in the world. But that is a mercy, that is a benediction from the Supreme Lord. But for demons who are thinking they are the supreme owner of this universe, and he also gives them a mercy. How? By taking away that ownership. He can take ownership many ways. Through a fight, where he is killed, ownership taken. Or in this case, Supreme Lord didn't want to fight. He says he can do something very easily. Why should he fight? Correct? So Supreme Lord is the most intelligent than anybody. He knows this person mentality. Okay, accordingly he will act. So this person has some weakness for devotion. Why? He's a grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. Obviously some qualities of Prahlad Maharaj have come to him. Usually the granddaughter or a grandson, they spend quite a bit of time with their grandfather. That's what happened in this case. Because of that, Bali Maharaj has got lot of good qualities from Prahlad Maharaj, his grandfather. So therefore he already has some kind of compassion, weakness or a appreciation for Brahmanas, and that too a small by Brahmana with deer skin wearing and holding kamandalo, then coming so nicely. So he was so much attracted. But he has broken his past prestige simply by 2 steps. He didn't imagine that this small bike can become so expand and then take away everything in 2 steps. So the false prestige. He thought, I am universe owner. So he broken. So that is how he's saying that you removed our jnana. How? The last word. So let us discuss. That is Chakshur Adisat. Adisat by giving. Giving what? Chakshur. Chakshur means the eye of knowledge. So when we started our class, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam class, what did we also said? Chakshur. Chakshur ulmitamena. We says Om Ajnana Trimindasya. Jnananjala Salakaya. Chakshur ulmitamena. Tasmai Sri Guruve Nama. Correct? So we are saying Guru, Sri Guru, Tasmai Sri Guru Nama. So we are offering obeisance to Sri Guru. Why? Because so he has removed that ignorance from our eye, blind eye. So Chakshu means eye. So that is the knowledge of eye. So because of that, Bali Maharaj now is able to go in the right path. What is the right path? In this case, Lord, I promised you. Yes, I agree with you. Please don't think that I am breaking your promise. How will you please put the 3rd step on my head? That knowledge has come. Otherwise, person thinks, everything is lost. How can I do it? I am a Kshatriya. My prestige is lost. People will make fun of me. I promised to this Brahmana, I can't fulfill. He was worried about his prestige. But Lord has given a knowledge to make a right decision at that time. So that is why this Bali Maharaj is celebrated. Celebrated as one of the 12 Mahanajanas. Correct? So like Lord Shiva, Lord Vibhu, that is Brahma. So like that Janaka Maharaj, all these great personalities, and he is equivalent to them because he is one of the Mahajanas. So knowledgeable. This is again by Lord mercifully, by Supreme Guru. So this verse itself is saying, Supreme Guru, you have come as Supreme Guru. To everybody you look like enemy of me. But you are not my enemy. You are my Supreme Guru, my guide. And you are giving me that knowledge, Chakshur. So, that's why we pray before we start speaking. That's why we also pray to the Guru. Om Ajnana Trimindasya. We are saying that Ajnana. So, ignorance. I am born out of ignorance. So, ignorance of what? We don't know what is our real identity. So, Guru gives us what is our identity. How? At Yajna ceremony, he gives us a spiritual name. Initially we think I am the king, Raj, I am Rajkumar, prince. But he gives us a spiritual name. Correct? So then he knows with his divine eyes, he can see us, potential of this person. Suppose if he goes back to spiritual world, what will be role? So he will be Dasa of Krishna direct, or maybe Dasa of Dasa. Any of those. The Guru knows. So he gives that one. So that is the Ajnana. Then of course, there are a lot of misunderstanding. We don't know what is our self, what is our Swarupa. Guru can see that Swarupa. He can give us that right name. Then if you meditate on it, hopefully we trust, developing those qualities, then we might develop those qualities just in this life itself. So that if you go back to spiritual world, we can be in our natural Swarupa. Correct? Feels comfortable. Correct? So suppose you are just used to be comfortable with being Das of Das. So you feel very comfortable if you go to spiritual world. There you become the servant of Yashoda Mata, a servant of Nanda Maharaj. In this case, this Putana became maid servant of Yashoda Mata and also nurse. Correct? She was a nurse. That means nursing Krishna, motherly. She was like a mother. The nurse is the one who takes care of the baby takes care of the members so nicely. So that's qualities about it. So this jnana, so that illusion will go away. Then of course, so we are very forgetful, very averse to Supreme Lord. But instead of that aversion, we'll transform into the love. The ultimate purpose of reading all the scriptures, the chanting holy name, doing all the worship, doing all the seva, distributing book, doing garland. What is the goal of all of this? Is to develop love of Krishna, ultimate, the final stage. When you develop love of Krishna, then we express our service, spontaneous. No one need to tell us. So what is needed, and we will do it with pleasure. And we see that is the greatest work. Correct? So if it is necessary to cut some unwanted weeds, and we cut it with love, just like this Prabhu does. Correct? So here inside he may look like that Vamandev Brahmana with yellow dress. But outside he may be wearing the pant and cutting. So that is the love. So that kind of love will come. So this ajnana will go only when this chakshur, so that contract is removed. This Om Ajnana Timindasya. Timindasya means, we are born and our eyes are contracted. So that disease, so we need a medicine. And what is the medicine? This knowledge. And who gives that medicine? The Guru. Or Krishna. So here Krishna has given Bhagavad Gita. But we don't understand this Bhagavad Gita properly. Sometimes you somehow become a Sanskrit scholar. Then you, with your Sanskrit scholarship, you start misinterpreting the whole Bhagavad Gita. Then anyone who reads that fellow will become a demon only. So that is why we need a Guru who will give us a right jnana, show us a right path through right translation. Like that's why we read this Bhagavad Gita, other Bhagavad Gita as it is, by Prabhupada. So as I mentioned earlier, so many persons who were not even exposed to this Vedic culture, not even vegetarian. So the people who are eating snake, frogs, all kinds of insects and all those are appearing in the ocean. Cook them in the hot oil, and such people, simply by reading Bhagavad Gita, which is Krishna's words, not just Krishna's word, reading Bhagavad Gita as it is, that with purport by a pure devotee, and they have become devotees. Now, when they cook, they prepare such a nice prasada, and I didn't eat such a prasada in my life. So nice they make. So that is how it's all possible by the Guru's teaching. So the Guru gives such a clear translation, not distorted translation. Translation as it is, as Krishna intended. So this jnana, that's why we say jnananjana salakaya. So the Guru will come and put a medicine into your eyes with salakaya. Salakaya, if you see, suppose if you have got, some disease, what do? We take like the salaka, like a rod, like a instrument, put medicine into our eye. Prabhu knows in India, they have a small rubber tube. In front, you remove this, then put that medicine. So then eyes slowly become clearer and clearer. Then we can see who is here. Oh, here is Savior. Oh, here is Prabhu. We can start recognizing. Otherwise, our eye, we can't open it all. That medicine. So similarly here, the Guru, so either Lord or representative, so they are giving us a knowledge, they will open our eyes. And when our eyes is open with the right knowledge, and we will tread on the right path. So that is what Bali Maharaj last point is saying that. So you are the one giving us eyes so that we can go on the right path. So whether they are demons or the devotees. So this is very nicely Bali Maharaj, that is why he surrendered completely, Atmanivedam. Surrendering completely is not easy. Correct? You know that sometimes some new persons come, they ask, who is this person? They don't pay any attention to Prabhupada or obeisance. They come here, oh, who is this two dolls, iron like that? Go away. Correct? But on the other hand, those who gain knowledge from the Guru, the moment they come in, like a rod, they fall and pay obeisance and express the love, Prabhupada, thank you. So I come to Melbourne because of mercy. Now I can see you. I not only see you, I can see the Supreme Lord. Not only Supreme Lord, but I can also see so nice devotees. And then if I feel thirsty or hungry, I can go up and have prasada. Correct? So that level of knowledge is necessary. Then only we can surrender. So in this case, Bali Maharaj had gained that knowledge. That is why he calls your Param Guru, your supreme spiritual master. You appear like enemy to others. To me, you are a supreme master. Although I am born in demonic family, he says, demonics, Asuranam. He says, Aneka Mada Andanam. So we are so Aneka means many. Mada, pride, Andanam, blinded. Blinded by so much of Mada. That is true. Even Hiranyakashipu was thinking, I am the supreme of this person. Everybody should worship me. But he was not at all happy. Even though he became a owner of the whole universe, still not happy. So that is what Bali Vanamadeva is saying. A person who is not satisfied with 3 steps of land, he will not be satisfied even if you give him the whole universe. Correct? But that time, Bali Maharaj in his ignorance, he thought, okay, no problem, take it. But later Lord showed him that this Lord can take everything. That false prestige is taken. That false prestige of I am the owner is gone. So who has made that possible? This Param Guru. So that is why he tread in right path. Then he is able to surrender and we glorify. So that is why Bali Maharaj, remember even today. Correct? We don't remember so many people. Correct? Just go back 50 years ago, 100 years ago. We don't know who were there here. We have no idea. But here is Bali Maharaj in billions of years ago. That pastime is still repeated and he is role model for us. Therefore, to summarize, whatever God does is all good. Whether he benedicts you with the wealth, there's a favor, he is good. Or whether he takes away your wealth, that is also good. Temporarily look like it is bad. But when you see in long run, he is our well-wisher. Sometimes he doesn't give what you're looking for. Actually, there is something better is maybe waiting. For example, you may want to say study in RMIT. Shiva may want to study degree in RMIT. But Krishna says no RMIT for you, no degree. But because he has got a plan for her to give admission into University Melbourne, better university, correct? So called in ranking, correct? Anyway, it is considered as a better university in the ranking. Or maybe Stanford University, or maybe some other better place, correct? So therefore, temporarily we become, oh, I lost, I didn't get position. Like that it happens. But in long run, you see in your life, at least personally I have experienced, sometimes you don't get. So that's the best thing that happened. Because if you got it, then so many troubles will come. Other people who may be not the good associates of you in that project, they will have problem. Because that funding is not given, the project is not started, that's the best thing happen. Because Lord will give you right associate to you, and that time will be successful. So therefore, even the Prabhupada says, whatever Krishna does, it may look like good, it may look like bad, it is all good. Everything good. And we have seen through these all examples as stated by Bali Maharaj. We saw various demons including the sister of Bali Maharaj. She became, mother in Goloka Vrindavan. Correct? She was thinking, who is this fellow enemy? Initially expressed as motherly. Later, this fellow is the really enemy of us, took away everything. And not only taking, what is he going to do? He is going to another enemy, Indra. Says, take away from Bali Maharaj and give to other enemy. So even greatest enemy. But Krishna has awarded her such a position. And Bali Maharaj is furthermore saying that you are the one who is showing us the right path, even though you have taken away this and you doesn't matter, but you have shown us the right path, you are a Param Guru. So therefore, to summarize, so we need to actually learn from Bali Maharaj. Remember, his thoughts. Then of course, in our case, we can every day take darshan of Trivikrama, Lord Trivikrama. As you all know, Trivikrama is the president of this temple, presiding deity of this temple. Okay, so he is the first one to be offered seva here as a Shaligram. So any seva that we offer, first person to, he is the president, presiding deity, then the rest. Okay, and just by seeing him, seeing the presiding deity, and if you can remember this glorious discussion between Bali Maharaj and Vamandev, Lord Vamandev, that is even more glorious. Then we will also slowly develop that Atmanivedanam. Atmanivedanam is the last phase, correct? Shravanam we are doing, Kirtanam we are doing, and we are Smaranam we are thinking sometime. Sometime you are doing, some seva. Sometime you are acting like a well-wisher of Krishna, well-wisher of devotees. The finally, ultimate is Atmanivedanam. So that is when we achieve the love of Godhead. Not only the taste, not only bhava, but the love of Godhead. That is possible by these things, and so Bali Maharaj has so nicely told us. So this is the realized knowledge, correct? So the realized knowledge, when everything is taken away, he is saying that you are my Parama Guru, and you are a Parama Guru of not only me, but all the demons. Obviously the Parama Guru of everyone, correct? So that is why we always, before we start, so we pray to the Guru that we are born in ignorance, and then by your the torch of knowledge, you have given us a right direction. So similarly, Lord is also Vamandev, by taking away all the procession and by destroying the false prestige. False prestige is gone. One, the prestige should be there, but the false one should not be there. Prestige that I am connected with Krishna should be there. Correct? So this false prestige is gone. So that way this person is now happy forever. The goal of life. Because you will be with Krishna. That's what Bali Maharaj achieved. Okay? Hare Krishna. So thank you very much for hearing Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Any question? Written one? And of course, these questions are also very glorious. So having a right question will make us think, use our little brain, whatever is Krishna has given, and then see if we can answer. Yeah, please ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for the nice class. You had mentioned how Krishna is more favorable to the merciful and favorable to the people who don't favor him, like we see in the case of Shishupal. But on the other side, we see Krishna wasn't merciful to Duryodhan, to the Kauravas. So how do we understand when Krishna is merciful and when he is not?
So yes, so for Kauravas, so it may seem like Lord was not that merciful. So depending upon the person mentality, so Krishna will give you different type of punishment. In case of the big demons like Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu was the biggest demon. So who can fight with him? No one except Lord Vishnu. Correct? Then he has to take a form that desired by Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu says no man should kill, no woman should kill, not during daytime, not during night time, not using any weapons. How can Krishna can kill? So he took that form to kill him because of his demonic tendency. Actually, his aim was not to kill Hiranyakashipu. The Lord aim was to protect Prahlad. Paritranaya sadhunan. First, that is the goal. Then to deliver these sadhus, then he has to remove any impediment that is coming on the way. In case of Prahlad Maharaj, the biggest impediment is his own father. He is not just impediment, but also trying to kill his son constantly. So that is the ultimate, in the climax, that's what happened. Now coming to this Kauravas like Duryodhana. These Duryodanas are very small. See, if Krishna can do the job by taking some other representative, he will do through that. Correct? So everything Krishna don't have to do it. Actually by just will Krishna can finish up. Correct? And just by his will he can do everything. But in this case he says representative. So who killed this Duryodhana? Bhima. Correct? In the mace, that Gada Yuddha. So ultimately killed. Even though this Duryodhana was benedicted with so many things, so powerful, and he learned in the tutelage, in the guidance of Balaram was the Guru. Then you all know, when only almost Duryodhana only some left, the Gandhari, mother of Duryodhana, what did she do? She blinded like this for throughout almost her life. But she acquired so much of divine power. she wanted to bestow on this Duryodhana. Why? No one can kill him. So one day she asked him, come naked. And the war is going on, almost supposed to be end. She somehow want to win her son, make her son win. So therefore, she asked him, come blinded. So that day she removed her blind. Then opened her eyes and see. Correct? Because of that, whole his body has become like a vajra, steel. But he covered his private part. Why? Krishna has laughed at him. Why, what are you doing? You are going in front of mother like this? Do you have any sons? Oh, Krishna will be sir. He immediately put cover and went in front, stood in front of mother. Mother saw it. She was happy, but she also became unhappy. So no one can do this kind of knowledge apart from Krishna. So anyway, so he became so strong. Finally, anyway, this in the Gada Yuddha between Bhima and Duryodhana fight erupted. Then Bhima killed. So Krishna don't have to directly kill. Krishna don't have to directly award liberation. He can do through his representative. Why? He want to give glorification to representative. In the whole Mahabharata, Arjuna is glorified. We say that this Arjuna is the one who actually defeated all the enemies, including Karna. Karna can't be defeated by Arjuna actually. He is like a Timingala and Arjuna is like a small fish. You go to the ocean, there are sharks. And there are many small fishes. This shark will come in such a speed on the pathway, whatever small fishes, they are all eaten. Correct? Sometimes it is looking for a human. Oh, here is one person swimming on the shore. He will come with tremendous speed. All the small fishes are eaten. Then one person swimming, that person also taken. That's why the shark has attacked the human, we say. Correct? So these are Trimingalas. So Karna was Trimingala. Even actually Duryodhana also very strong. Bhima may be difficult, but Krishna has given right guidance. He says, if you hit him anywhere, nothing will happen. You have to hit at that place where the weak part. Only by Krishna's mercy. But anyway, Krishna want to glorify. Next, what about benediction? Correct? What about? Was Krishna merciful to this Kauravas? Why can't he also give benediction? Yes, he has given. After the death, where this Duryodhana was? He was already in heavenly planet. All these persons who gave up their life on the battlefield, because the Krishna was present there in the battlefield, and they died in the battlefield in the presence of Krishna. Therefore, they all achieved highest liberation without doing much work. Otherwise, you have to do tapas for 1000 a year. Then you may get siddhi to go there. Whereas these persons, so as explained in the second and third chapters, Krishna says, if you die here, you achieve glorious position. If you win here, still you enjoy. So either way is all glorious. Therefore, it's better to fight in the Dharma Yuddha. Right? The Yuddha, the fight for establishing Dharma, fight for establishing religion, righteousness in the world. So one has to fight. Sometime there was a question asked, I think you or somebody asked yesterday, should devotee fight? I think maybe Mataji answered, or one of the Prabhu answered, saying that when necessary, we may have to fight. We have to become warrior, soldier of Krishna. We have to become soldier of Prabhupada. That's what. You are all soldier of Prabhupada. In this case, your weapon is not the sword, not the rifle, not the nuclear weapon. Your weapon is this Bhagavad Gita. So by weapon of Bhagavad Gita, you are destroying the tendency of that demonic attitude. The tendency is there. So when they read, oh, this seems very nice, let me follow it a little bit. Correct? I am simply having misery by drinking alcohol. This says, no alcohol. Okay, no problem. So they start trying. This says, no, don't do this. These are simple activities. They start. Then slowly they become transform from this regulated life to divine life. You see, these are the weapons. So these weapons is the benediction. So when you present the book, you are benedicting. Similarly, Krishna, so because they fought in that Yuddha, in the presence of Krishna, all the warriors went back to at least heavenly planet. Correct?
So even Bhishma Dev is someone you can't kill him. Only he can leave the body his own desire. That was the benediction he had. But Krishna has made him also finish. Correct? If you come on the path of on the righteousness, either Krishna will do or Krishna representative will do, but ultimately it is for the good only. So Duryodhana receives such a benediction. All his other 99 co-brothers, Duryodhana has so many brothers, as you know. So even they all achieved greatest. Even what to speak of there, this blind Dhritarashtra. Krishna had so much mercy on Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra said, "Oh Krishna, I hear Narada Muni, Bhishma Dev, Dronacharya, they are representing you, because when Krishna went as a messenger, peacekeeper to the Hastinapur, at that time Duryodhana said, 'Oh, who is this Krishna messenger? Arrest him.' At that time Krishna has shown Vishwarupa. Who all have seen? All those divine persons, but not Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra heard, oh, this is very divine, very great, mystic one. He said, hey Krishna, he requested, please, at least for 1 second, remove this blindness. Krishna said, why I should remove your blindness? Don't worry, I will do it without removing that blindness. So at that time he had glance of that Vishwarupa. Right? So blinded not because it's closed, blinded by ignorance. So Krishna has given the divine eye to this Dhritarashtra so that he can see the Vishwarupa without opening. So therefore Krishna can do it without opening eyes also. This Surdas, as you know, Surdas was a blind, but he can describe what kind of dress Radha Vallabha is wearing today. One day, they didn't put any dress to the deity. So that day he is in Soka, so much of dukkha. Hare, my Supreme Lord is today without cloth. How can he see? This is the divine. So Krishna can give us. And we know, even in later chapter, Arjuna desired to see Vishwarupa. At that time Krishna didn't change the eye. He says, no problem. With divinity, he can start. So it's all in our consciousness. Yeah. So I hope it is clear. So Kauravas also favored, not only Duryodhana, even Dhritarashtra also favored. Dhritarashtra later, after that, after doing some mystic yoga, then he burnt himself, he also went back to. They are related, they are actors. When Krishna comes, Krishna alone, how much he can act? He also need other co-actors. Correct? Some will like this, some will like that. That was the arrangement. Correct? Ultimately, we are also actors. So Krishna wants us to somehow don't be in that actor mood all the time. Correct? Actor that I am the supreme person, I am the supreme enjoyer, I am the greatest. That acting has to be stopped. So then go back. So when time comes. So therefore, earlier is better. So by having chanting, by following footsteps of Mahajanas like Bali Maharaj, we can also make our life successful. Okay? So Hare Krishna, time for prasada. Hare Bol. Grantara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki. Thank you, Hare Krishna.